Hi everybody! Today we're going to talk about my jumpsuits that I made for my travels, and that is Vogue 1664. So you will hear what I thought about that pattern, and I have a different jumpsuit pattern in the works. So stay with me. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Marcia and this is Gather and Stitch. Let's talk about what I'm wearing. This is the Ellie & Mac Slow Sunday dress. I know I talk about it a lot, but it is one of my tried and trues. I made this last year when we were taking a trip to Puerto Rico. And I made the V-neck and the racer back. And it's a A-line dress. It has a shelf bra that you can put in it. I used some Trico or Trico, I don't know how you say that, but I used that for the shelf bra. And oh my gosh, it's from a rayon knit that I got from Fabric Mart Fabrics. And but they don't have it anymore, but I did see it on Style Maker Fabrics. So if I can find it, I will link it in the description below. But yeah, I love it. Like I said, I've made probably close to 10 of these dresses in all configurations, and I just love it. Ellie & Mac Slow Sunday, go and get you that pattern because it's fantastic. So today we're going to talk about the jumpsuit that I made to travel in, because I learned several trips ago that you have to wear comfortable clothing when you're traveling for a long period of time. And you know, some of our flights were 3 hours, one of our flights was over 10 hours, and I just learned that I cannot have a waistband on my clothes when I'm traveling for that long and having to sit for that long. And you know, I'm not sitting for 10 hours straight just because there's no way I can sit still for that long. But you know, you are in a confined space and you have to be comfortable. Plus you're traveling, and you know, you just have to have comfortable clothes. So I got this pattern in one of the Joann sales, I don't know, several years ago. It's Vogue 1664. And I was just drawn to the loose fitting, comfortable looking style of the jumpsuit. And I love the fact that depending on what fabric you used, you could dress it up or dress it down. So, I mean, here they show it in a sequins stretch that's lined, and then this over here is a knit that is, the bodice is lined, but the bottoms are not. So I did a combination of both, really. And please excuse me, I'm so itchy today, and whenever I scratch, my skin turns red, and I can see it in the camera, but it's just me. It's just how I am. So there's nothing really wrong with me there anyway. It's all up here, but it's a totally different story. But anywho, so I'm going to insert some footage of the wearable toile that I made, and it's out of a blue clay looking Liverpool that I got from Fabric Mart Fabrics. And this is the one that I wore traveling, and you guys, it was so good. It was so comfortable. Normally I would not wear a double knit in the hot summer, but I knew I was going to be either in an airport or in an airplane for 30 hours, so I didn't worry about it too much. So this is it. I'll kind of get up close so you can hopefully see the pattern on the fabric. So it's a Liverpool, really stretchy, Not so stretchy against the grain, or it's two-way stretch. I lined it with some rayon spandex that I had in my stash that I bought to make t-shirts, but it was just too thin. And I'm not a huge fan of rayon knit fabric. But when I first started sewing knits, when we went on lockdown in 2020, I didn't know what knit was different, and that's when I ordered this Liverpool. I ordered some rayon. I just ordered a wide range of knits, and I have come to find out that I have favorites, and I have some that I don't really like sewing with. So the Liverpool was beautiful to sew with. You know, it's a double knit, it's 100% polyester. I don't know if it has spandex in it or not. It might have a little spandex in it, but so like I said, this is my wearable toile. I did really like the pattern. I lined the bodice and I put a tag in there, so when I took it off the hanger, I wouldn't have to try and figure out which was the front and which was the back. So my little tag says, "You can't buy this." So there are a couple of changes that I made to the pattern for my next one. Let me put my glasses on so I can actually read what I wrote. Oh, I didn't put my... Okay. I made the size G. So, and this pattern goes from A to J. You know, I've never seen that on a pattern before, but... So I made a size G based on my measurements, and it was gigantic. So I actually took in 1 inch from each side. So I just pinched the side seam. Well, first, when I did my toile, I sewed the sides up with just a basting stitch, and I did not put the pockets in. So when I figured out it was way too big, I just took the side seam and just measured out 1 inch, serged right up the side, you know, took out 1 inch and cut 1 inch off. Now I did serge the seams, but you know, when I say I took 1 inch off, I really took 2 inches, because it's 1 inch from the front and it's 1 inch from the back. So I took 4 inches off the width of this jumpsuit on the side seams. And I did that all the way up the side to the underarm, or all the way up the side to the bodice. I did not take 4 inches off the bodice. I took an inch from each side seam for a total of 4 inches. The pockets sit really low, like I have to put my arms down to kind of, my pockets feel like the openings are on the side of my leg. So I raised the pockets up 2 inches. And actually, I think I did raise it on the pattern because I traced my patterns, but I think I'm gonna raise the pocket opening up another at least inch, because I prefer to have them just a little bit higher, and that's my personal preference. And then I shortened the legs by 3 inches because I'm 5'4", or 5'3", or whatever I'm measuring at today. But yeah, I wanted them to hit at a certain spot on my leg, and I like where they sit, so, or where they hit on my leg, so yeah. So those are the alterations that I made. Now, the Liverpool has more stretch in it than the other double knit that I used. And this was in my stash as well. And it's like, it's a double knit, and I want to call it a Liverpool, but I don't know if it's a Liverpool. It's white and it has these flowers on them, like not really embossed, but you know what I mean. Okay, this has less stretch. It's not as loosely woven, I would say, as Liverpool. And it comes up higher under my underarms, which I liked because I noticed there was some gapping in the Liverpool, which I did not have in this one. So I'll insert some footage of me wearing the white one. Now the white one, this double knit on the white one was too see-through for my comfort. So I fully lined it with rayon spandex, with rayon knit that I had in my stash. And you guys, I did not wear this one because it's heavy and I was afraid that it would be too hot. With that rayon spandex in there, oh, it's heavy. So I was just thinking, I'm gonna be, you know, it's gonna be like wearing a sweater. But I was torn because with the rayon lining, oh, it feels so good on your skin. It's just soft and silky, kind of like you're not wearing too much, but the weight of the garment is what kind of turned me off. And I can imagine if you made a sequins version that it would be rather heavy as well with the lining, because I think the rayon lining is the perfect lining for this. The rayon spandex is the perfect lining for this, but I don't think it's for the heat of the summer. I like the way that the white one fits better. It doesn't gape under the arms, and I love the way it feels on my skin. So I did raise the pockets higher in the white one so they're not at an awkward angle. I do recommend, if you use the pockets, to use your outside fabric on the pockets, because on the green one, I don't know why I keep dropping these on the floor, but the green one, if you're standing to the side, you can see the white slash of the lining of the pockets. You can see that while you're wearing it. It doesn't bother me too much. I just didn't want a bunch of bulk there at the seam. But with the white one, I made the pockets out of the rayon challis, or not rayon challis, the rayon spandex and the rayon jersey. Oh no, I didn't. I used the self-facing. I used the fabric, the regular fabric, the fashion fabric for the pockets. Yeah, so I'm really happy with these. I would make them again. In fact, I bought more fabric when I was on vacation. I ordered it from Fabric Mart Fabrics and it came in while I was away. But I bought some more double knit to make another one because in the fall, I can see me wearing these more in the fall as it gets a little cooler, when the temperatures get down in the 80s. Yesterday it was like, when we got in the truck to go to dinner last night at around 5:30, 5:45, it was still 109. So, you know, I'm basically in the house in my underpants. Not really, but you don't want to go anywhere during that time of day. You know, I get all my errands run in the morning or whatever I have to do in the morning. Before it gets too hot. But I really did like this pattern, and like I said, I have more double knit to make like a pinky peachy colored one, which is my favorite color. And then my daughter is getting married the end of September in Las Vegas. And I thought it would be fun for after the ceremony if I made one in sequins, because where else, what better place to wear a sequins jumpsuit than in Las Vegas? And it's comfortable. So we'll see. I have made some sequins things before, and they were lined, but still the sequins on the sides, they do scratch in certain places. So my skin is not the best when things are irritating it, so I'll have to go and see what I can find. If not, maybe some sparkly fabric, something flamboyant and outrageous, and something you would only wear in Vegas. But we'll see. Lots of plans, right? So the next thing, I'm on a jumpsuit kick for some reason. I love jumpsuits, and my body shape, the way it is now, is really not like the best for wearing jumpsuits, but I love them. And as long as I'm not trying to cinch in my waist, which I really don't have a waist, but as long as I'm not trying to cinch the middle, I think I'll be okay. And a couple months ago, I got this McCall's pattern, and what drew me were the legs initially. Now, I don't think I like the lace inserts. And this is more like a ruffle. That's not really me, but do you see this version right here? I think it's view C. That's totally me. This one right here. So I have the pattern on my cutting table right now. I'm tracing it. And I figured out yesterday, going by my measurements, I should be making between an extra large and an extra large based on my bust measurements, which are my biggest measurements. But then I took a look at the finished garment measurements, and I like my top half to be closer fitting than my bottom half, because then I can make the bottom half a little oversized, and it looks more in proportion to my top half. So with my bust measurements, I should be taking and making an extra large to an extra large. And I think I'm cutting a large. And that's even going to be giving me 10 inches of ease on the top, which is a lot for me, and I don't think I would like that. But when I bought the pattern, I bought the large to extra large size here, because when I normally buy the patterns, I don't scrutinize the measurements, I just assume. And this one is going to be big, so I'm toiling it, and I'm going to toile it in this rayon challis that I got from fabric.com, may they rest in peace. You know, I got it before they closed. I got this in August of 2022, and it's a rayon challis. It's in this big loud print, and I have 6 yards of it, so I think the pattern only calls for like 4, but I'm gonna make a wearable toile out of this and see how it fits, see if I like the structure. Usually I like more structure in my fabrics, but I don't want, the legs on this jumpsuit are really wide, and because I'm short, I can't have gigantically wide legs because then I kind of look short and squatty. So with the rayon challis, I'm hoping that the legs will drape nicely, give me lots of swish, but not make my legs look oversized. And then we'll go from there. So I'll toile it for the fit on the top and for the fabric, because I really want to make this jumpsuit out of the rayon challis that I got in Germany. But I don't want to cut into it until I'm 100% sure that this is the right pattern for it. So I'll keep my fingers crossed. I'll toile it and see. I do have a backup plan though. If that pattern doesn't pan out, I have this McCall's pattern. I had to put my glasses back on. And I just ordered new glasses too, so my eyesight is just getting worse and worse. Okay, it's 8288. So this is McCall's 8288. So I don't like to cinch around my waist, but I thought I could make this view here, which is view C, and put ties so I could tie it back just a little bit if I wanted to give me a little bit of definition under the bust, but not across my belly. So I thought about doing that. But the way you close this, the closures are hook and eye. Now, I've never relied on just hook and eye closures to close a dress or the front of anything. And I don't know if I like the idea of using hook and eye closures to close up this jumpsuit. But I'm thinking, you know, the facing is there. That's what they're using. The facing is there. So I'm thinking about maybe instead of using the hook and eye to extend the facing a little bit and make buttons, or putting in a zip. And that might be really fun with like a contrasting zip or something, depending on or you know what I could do at an estate sale a couple months ago. I got some of those Asian frog closures. I might use those and some heavy duty snaps for closures on that. I'm gonna have to pull those out and see, because that will look real cute, I think. So that's a possibility, and that's McCall's 8288. Or I've had this pattern for a long time. McCall's 7775. So McCall's 7775. And I like this jumpsuit right here. Although I could make the halter top style in the jumpsuit as well. I'm not sure, but I really like the look of the first one of the 8313, so I'm gonna toile it and see. And then if it's a fail, we'll just stitch it and move on. So those are my plans. Even though I missed sewing terribly when I was in Germany, I've had a really hard time getting back to sewing since I've been back. And it's not that I haven't had the time, because I've been up here, you know, puttering around, and I had a few things that I needed to mend and make alterations on, which I did. But as far as sewing anything, I really haven't felt inspired. I really have not felt inspired to do or sew too much. And I really, really wanted to sew up the linen that I got in my fabric haul, but I just haven't found the right pattern, and I don't want to just cut into it to cut into it. So I'm starting with this jumpsuit. It'll be fun. It'll be something different from making dresses, and I will let you know how it turns out. But once again, I'm so happy that you joined me, and if you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe. It does not cost you anything to subscribe. It just helps our channel to grow, and it helps my channel show up in people's feeds. If they're interested in sewing, then it'll get recommended to them. So leave me a comment, leave me a like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.